everyone, welcome back. I'm so sorry I took such a long break from filming videos, but it was my birthday, my parents were here, and I don't get to see them very often, and my dad has a lot of health issues. He's battled several different kinds of cancers, so anytime he comes into town and visits, I really just disconnect. So you haven't seen me on social media very much, and I've just really been with my parents. So they finally left today. I took them to the airport super early this morning, and I knew I gotta get back to filming. So I received these from Buxom. These are their Serial Kisser Plumping Lip Stains. And I've been asked by a few people what's my favorite lip stain. And honestly, I haven't found one that I've liked in a while until I tried these. I've really been loving these. They have about 8 different shades. So what they say is it's a lip stain that provides a little bit of hydration with a really pretty color and lasting shine. So I can say that that's true. I've worn several of these and sort of given myself like a berry lip, and once the shine sort of wears off, I would say within 3 to 4 hours it wears off, which is significant for this type of product in my opinion. Then I just go back in with a regular gloss, but my lips remain stained the color. So I really like these. Now they do have like an interesting scent, and that's the only thing about them that I will say. It's almost like a cherry cough syrup. It's not like they're the typical mint scent that most of the Buxom products have. It's like this really sickening sweet cherry scent. It doesn't necessarily bother me, but I can see how it'd be a scent that sort of bothered some people. So I have about 8 of the shades here, and I do want to just go ahead and swatch them all. I know it's a little bit tricky to swatch a lip stain, so I'm going to try and go from lightest to darkest so that you can sort of get an idea. I'm going to swatch them on my hand as well, but I will try and do lip swatches just so you can see what they look like on the lips. Obviously by the end it's going to be a little bit manipulated by the fact that the product is you know, built up, and the stain from some of them is still going to be on my lips. But I'm going to do my best, and it's going to be it is what it is type of thing if you want to get some swatches of these. So I always like swatching some of lip products because I find that's how I personally shop, is I watch someone's video where they swatch something and then that's how I pick out the color. So I have all 8 colors here. These retail for $22 on Sephora's website, and they come with 3 milliliters of product in them. The tube is a little bit more, so this is what the packaging looks like, and then it has the color on top, which I feel like is pretty true to color. And then it has like a color window on the side of the lip so you can see, and then this is like basically like a color window as well. They are a really big doe foot applicator. It almost has this slant right here. It comes to sort of a point so you can get accuracy. So this color right here is the color in Frenchie, and I'm gonna go ahead and put this one on. Let me get a mirror ready. Frenchie is described as a light mauve shade. So these feel very like gel-like and light on the lips. I love the feeling and the hydration that they give, and that's honestly been one of my favorite things. The way that they slide on is so nice. They're not sticky at all. It's almost like this sort of gel-like formula is how I would describe it. This is one layer of Frenchie. It really is a nice light mauve, and you can sort of smell and a little bit taste that cherry scent, but it's not bad. It does have like a little bit of that plumping feeling to it as well. I'm gonna go ahead and just add another layer. The ease of which these apply is really nice. And then hang on, let me just go ahead and swatch this on my hand so that you can see. Once it's on, it's not like sticky at all. Like I said, it almost feels like you're rubbing gel-like together, like a really nice like thick hydrating gel. This is the color Frenchie. This has been one of my favorites to wear just because I feel like it gives like a really nice purpley mauve look to the lips. I do want you to see what the stain looks like when I wiped it off. So as you can see, it does leave behind a stain. Okay, next shade is called SWAK. This color is just called a rose shade. I'm gonna swatch it next to it. It has more pink in it than it is a mauve shade like the last one. This is more of a bright rosy pink. This is what one layer of this color looks like. This really does give that rose-like illusion to the lips. I'm going to just add a little bit more to build it up, just to kind of show you. It also has that shine to it and just feels really, really comfortable. And also you can feel, like I said, the plumping of that. So don't forget, these are a plumping lip stain. So you're gonna get all in one, the plump, the shine, the hydration, and the stain. Okay, this next shade is called Make Out, and it is a mauve nude. So as you can see, this one is the first one that we did was more of like a mauve pinkish color. This one is like more of a rose, and this is more of the mauve nude. I would say this is dustier than the first one. It's just like a little bit more dustier, more muted. I love this color because, like I said, it is a little bit more muted. Kind of leaves behind this like deeper, dustier stain. It really does, even though it looks like it's a lighter nude, it sort of stains the lips a little bit more than the first one that we tried on. And I think it's because of that sort of like purple, almost like dustiness to it. This one I wore all day on Saturday, and I really liked the way that this one wore. And I liked the stain that this color left behind more than any of them, because then I felt like almost when it wore off and I put lip gloss over top, sort of midday, I just really like the stain. That's how I personally use stains. Is I like them as like the first lip product I put on, using it as the base, and then once it wears off, I love the look of the stained lips with some type of gloss on top. I just think that looks the most natural. So I've been loving this particular color in Make Out for that. Okay, this color is called Smooch, and it's a really, I would say like nudie coral. I love this one a lot. This is probably the only like almost orangey stain. They're really missing that coral, like deep coral color. This is it for that. This leaves behind like a little bit of a corally orange stain to the lips, which I like, but it's definitely a light color. So I like a pop of orange. I really do feel like that's the only color that this collection is missing. So that is what it looks like here on my hand. And then this is what it looks like applied to the lips. This really is a pretty nice and like wearable stain because it's not too dark. It really is light enough, but then it gives that little like underneath. Okay, Pucker Up Dolly is described as just a straight mauve. Now this is deeper than all the other mauves that we have swatched. So these ones were the little bit lighter mauves. This one's a little bit deeper. This is going to give you, see, we had like a little bit of an orange situation from that coral. Okay, so this is this color. I really like this one. This is probably more of a fall shade for me because it's like a deep berry type of color. I would definitely wear this one, like a deep mauve berry. This would be what I would gravitate towards, and then use this just as a base or a stain. Sometimes you can even do like colors like this, the deeper colors, do like the popsicle lip in the center. I always gravitate towards like a poppy orange color or like a deep berry color like this, because that's, I do like that popsicle lip, and then sort of use like more of a nude color on top, and then you have that like sort of peeking through. So that's what I would use this one for, but I really like this one for the fall. We have XXX. This is a raspberry, and this really is just like a true raspberry when you swatch it. That top shade right there, a really nice bright one. This would definitely be one of my go-to favorites. Like I said, I like these brighter colors because they are really going to give you that stain. I love this one. This is probably one of my favorite shades in the entire collection because it has that little bit of berryness to it, but it has that bright factor that I'm looking for. So the XXX is probably my favorite color if I had to pick one. That's the favorite. I have put them all on my lips because I got really excited when I got them, and this one has remained my favorite just because, like I said, it gives that pop but darkness, but really beautiful stain to it. Okay, this shade is Bitten, another really beautiful one. It's darker. As you can see, it's the top one right here, and then raspberry, that raspberry shade, the XXX, is right here. This one is just a little bit more deeper toned berry. Again, it's going to give you a very similar look, but even deeper, which is why I prefer the XXX for me personally, because I like that a little bit more like bright pop. When you are applying these, a little bit goes a long way, especially with the deeper shades. I kind of just like put a little bit on the wand and then rub my lips together like this and then put a little bit more. You're going to want to go slowly because it kind of, since it's a thinner formula, a thinner gel formula, it spreads quickly on your lips when you kind of press your lips together. And just to keep it from going outside the lip lines, just using a little bit at a time and like going slowly and accurate with the wand. And since the wand does have like that sort of slant to it, it does make it nice to get up on the peaks. But I really love this color. It is very beautiful. Last shade up is Buxom, and this is described as a cherry red. So this is one of those super bright, pretty red colors, but probably with all of the stain that my lips already have on, it looks a little bit deeper just because my lips are super stained putting this on top. But I have tried this on just on its own without having tried on all the other ones right before it, and it's more of a brighter red. It still is deep and beautiful, but it is a little bit brighter than it's coming across on the lips right now. I personally love this one. Like I said, this formula really impressed me because I don't find that it dries out my lips like some stains do. I really like the light airiness of the gel consistency of the product. A little bit goes a long way. I don't personally mind the scent because it doesn't linger on my lips, and I like the fact that it plumps my lips still while giving them a stain. So very impressed with this product. I loved them and I do highly recommend them. Based on your personal preference, how you choose to use a stain, I do recommend some of the deeper shades a little bit more just because you're going to get more bang for your buck. You're going to be able to do the popsicle lip with them. You're going to be able to, you know, do a full over, and the stain is going to be more pigmented and stronger on those shades, whereas then when you're applying something on top of it, it's just going to be a little bit longer lasting. You're going to be able to use a little bit of product and sort of give yourself a light stain since it is so pigmented, which you could sort of build on that stain. So I do think that in purchasing one of them, my recommendation, and if I am the consumer purchasing them, I would go for some of these deeper shades, just personally me. However, I have found a lot of wear out of this third shade. The mauviness to it sort of brought some depth to my lips that I liked later in the day. So that's just my review on them. Hopefully you guys enjoyed seeing the swatches, and clearly you understand it's hard to swatch stains because it kind of builds and builds and builds, but hopefully you got a good enough feel for what the lip product looks like on the lips. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe below and I will see you all in the next video. Mwah.